If there's a single mineral that sparked our renewable revolution, it's cobalt. It has been the key element in practically every storage battery on the planet. From our EVs to our homes, to the monster batteries now straddling the outback, is where most of it comes from. It's called the cobalt capital of the world. A majority of the open-cut mines here are Chinese-owned, controlled by the Communist Party. But there's a dark truth to Kolwezi that the Chinese try to hide from Western journalists. Men, women, even children forced to work in medieval conditions. Just so countries like Australia can have cobalt for our renewable energy grid. Like the thousands of massive batteries we'll need to store all that wind and solar power. The fact is, our clean, green dream is a Congolese nightmare. It's little wonder they call it blood cobalt.
You've never seen one like this.
Tens of thousands of subsistence or artisanal miners, a slave labour army, live and die at places like Shabara Mine.
To witness Shabara is to make you wonder where simple humanity fits into the master plan of our government's renewable energy policy. Almost 80% of the world's cobalt is mined in places like this in this region. And the Chinese are the criminals here, both for these people and for the environment. But make no mistake, we're also contributing to this man-made hell.
These subsistence miners are not officially employed. Often just their bare hands to pick off cobalt ore. All too often, things turn deadly. An unknown number of workers were buried alive in this mine collapse at Shabara late last year. Now excavators chip away at the remaining slates of loose rock. Not to recover bodies, but cobalt ore. In a residential district of Kolwezi, we find hundreds of miners doing what is possibly the most dangerous job in the world.
How deep is that, Kimball?
It's 105 meters deep.
The Chinese companies take no responsibility for the deadly risks that come with these improvised underground mines. No safety harnesses, and if something goes wrong, no chance.
But they don't have those guys didn't have a safety harness or anything. They no harness, nothing.
Yeah, no, there's no problem. Oh, you fall down, you die. It's just like this. This is a risking job.
Dozens of men make this descent at a time, sliding through narrow bottlenecks, with the ever-present threat that the shaft will cave in, all for $30 a day.
Risking their life to get this stuff to sell to China?
In a way to survive, to look for money.
Bringing the cobalt ore up is even more dangerous. Sacks passed from one man to the next. A single slip could take dozens to their deaths.
You're helping the Chinese get rich.
We're not helping him, we are forced. That's the problem, we are forced.
Remember, the Chinese are monopolizing this cobalt to build pretty much every type of battery in Australia's renewable energy chain. One Chinese mining company has even bought the cobalt-rich land beneath this village. Everyone who lives here must mine for cobalt. That includes the children, many under the age of 10. All up, there's about 40,000 children working in Kolwezi's cobalt mines.
Have you ever asked the Chinese companies to stop using child labour?
Prove just how cheap life is. The mine's security fire on the miners. There's mass panic, and a stampede kills over 100. Many more are still missing. The cobalt ore, gathered by the artisanal miners, has to be sold at what are called buy houses, run by Chinese brokers. The final step in China's operation happens at this tightly guarded facility in Kolwezi. Here, the blood cobalt, mined by children and slave labour, is mixed with regular ore. The Hornsdale Big Battery seemed to be dramatic proof of concept that renewables could provide an uninterrupted power source.
But just one point Elon didn't mention. According to Amnesty International, this almost certainly contains blood cobalt from the Congo.
Next, we're in central Queensland, about to get an aerial view of the destruction that's happening in the name of our renewable transition.
This is absolutely criminal behaviour. If a farmer or a primary producer did that, they'd be in jail.
Far from supporting the net zero policy being pushed by Federal Energy Minister Chris Bowen, Stephen believes it's the greatest environmental catastrophe of our time. Stephen has spent the last 4 years mapping the devastation our green revolution is causing.
We need tens of thousands of wind towers. To achieve that, we need about 7 times the spatial footprint of the state of Tasmania, covered in glass and steel.
And most of it is made in China. Across the entire Australian continent, Stephen tracks every road, every transmission line, wind turbine and solar panel submitted for approval, and the damage they're causing to the land and the wildlife.
So this is a fresh kill, would have happened last night.
This is not for the climate, this is all about big business and money.
So a lot of land needs to be cleared to get these big components, 80-metre long blades, up into these mountains.
Below us, 100 wind turbines, 200 metres high, and built by Chinese turbine giant Xinjiang Goldwind. And the collateral damage to our wildlife is set to rise, or built with Chinese components. They and every other source of renewable energy, from solar farms to giant batteries, needs copper. Copper to generate it, or copper to transmit it. Up to 12 times more copper than is required for the fossil fuel power grid. Which means, surprise, surprise, that China has scoured the planet for dirt-cheap copper to sell back to us. They found it in Zambia. And once again, China has thrown away the rulebook. February 18, 2025. The Chinese-built wall of a massive tailings storage facility in Zambia's copper belt collapses catastrophically due to shoddy design and construction. The dam burst caused an unprecedented environmental disaster. It swept directly into the Kafue River, a vital waterway that sustains more than half the nation's population. Up next, the fight to save Australia's Amazon.
For Beijing, this is a nothing. They couldn't give a damn about it.
As China prepares to decimate a national treasure. Worse still, to expand its existing copper, zinc and lead mine, MMG plans to bulldoze hundreds of hectares of the Tarkine for a new, gigantic tailings dam of toxic sludge. The cut price bids of, you guessed it, China.
And here is the shocking example. This $100 million mega battery under construction in South Australia is owned by a Chinese state company, Pacific Blue.